Hello, hello. It is your boy Brandon from Audio Addiction. Hello. Thank you for joining us. Also want to give a shout outs and welcome. If you haven't joined us before, thank you for joining us. And of course, I'm joined by Therese and Alex. How you guys doing?
What up? I'm here. I'm excited.
Showed up.
I've been the most excited I've ever
Therese
been.
has been the most excited. All right. Well, if you are new, we are doing Day6 tonight, which is a K band. I'm very excited. Like I said, Therese has been hyping us up all week about it. So I'm really pumped. We're going to be spending the next today, Monday, and Wednesday doing Day6. We're doing the Day6 week. So definitely thank you for joining us if you are in the chat. And just a preface, I am baby, new to K-pop, just K bands in general as well too. So if you could provide me with any valuable information, that'd be great. But what is your guys' thoughts? Well, I know Teresa's thoughts on Day6 because obviously she's the one who recommended it. But Alex, what about you? What's your information on Day6? Are you familiar with them? What do you think?
I probably know 3 to 5 Day6 songs,
Okay.
and I could maybe on a good day name half of the members for you.
They're pretty easy to learn
Okay.
relative to the other groups we've covered.
That's true. That's true.
I will say from what I've heard, that's probably a little bit of an exaggeration. I think I probably know more than 5. I definitely had a little phase where I was listening to them quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
But not enough to really like remember. I don't really remember like song names or B-sides or anything, but there's a couple title tracks I'm definitely really familiar with.
That's fair. There was a long time that their songs on Spotify were always in Korean, like the titles. They didn't have the English titles on. So if you don't know the song name, that's why. And if you can't read
Makes sense.
Hangul,
I can't.
but yeah, I've been doing my due diligence as a K-pop stan. I've been sending them daily Day6 memes leading up to today.
Bless. Yeah, they're hilarious.
Yeah, just spamming the hell out of it. And yeah, do we have any housekeeping we want to do?
Yeah, if I can clear some, not clear some stuff up, but
clear the air up, Alex.
talk for a second. If anyone noticed on YouTube, our Girls' Generation video got taken down by SM. We have re-uploaded it without the music and stuff. Seems like it was manual because they waited 5 days after the video was posted to claim anything.
They knew.
So if you're wondering where that went, it's back up. It's just with the music edited out. So hopefully we're gonna try to keep from having to do that as much as possible. But it's a good reason to come join us live on Twitch if you're not already, because you won't miss anything. Nothing will get cut out. And on YouTube, we're like 52, I think, subscribers away from 4,000.
Woo, let's go.
We're trying to think of something to do to celebrate. But if you're watching, just hit the sub button. It's free.
Yeah.
Helps us out.
It'd be great. I would be very stoked. May cry. Can't guarantee. No, yeah, very excited. As well as that, I'd also like to mention that all of the Spin the Wheel videos will be going out this week as well. So you'll be seeing about 2 videos per day until they're all done. So be excited for a couple more. I released 2 today. So and then I also released the Chung Ha one that we did first because listen, she's my ult, so I gotta show her the extra love. But yeah, very excited for Day6. I don't really know anything about Day6, so very excited to get more knowledgeable about it. Sweetly, thank you for joining us. They said this group I've wanted to listen more to for a long time. Super excited. I know Day6 songs covered by Stray Kids. That's about it. So there we go.
Yeah,
cool.
Shout out to all the stays that are going to join us without any knowledge previous.
So before we jump in, Therese, you want to give us any like background info or anything about the group?
Love to. Day6 is an interesting group generally.
Okay.
So I struggled because they have done so many songs, and there's a reason to that I'll get into. But generally, they are an idol band. They were created by JYP from mostly trainees that they had. All of the members, there's Sungjin, Jae, Youngtae, Doeun, and Wonpil. There's 5 members currently, or there was 5 members mostly. Currently, there's only 4. And they did have a 6th member. He was only there for the debut track. He got removed from the group pretty quickly when he was caught dating a fan. So don't date your idols or you'll remove them from the group. Yeah,
Holy shit.
It's unfortunate, but that's just what happened. Yeah, so they were created with like idol group in mind. They want, all the K-pop idolness of it, but they also wanted them to play instruments. This is not the first time that K-pop companies have made bands. But JYP wanted to like debut this band with self-composed songs. So they said like, hey, all you trainees, if you don't know an instrument, you're about to learn an instrument and start learning how to write music. The main people that already knew how to play instruments were Jay, who's from California. He is the lead guitarist. And Youngtae, who we've talked about quite a bit on this show. He was actually a trainee of GOT7. He was supposed to debut with GOT7 originally. Wow. He could not do the acrobatics that they required. It wasn't until the very day that he finally did his first backflip that they said, hey, you're going to debut with a band. So, hilarious story. He tells it all the time.
That's crazy.
Youngtae knows how to play the guitar, but in this case, Jay was the lead guitarist, so he chose bass instead. Wonpil knows keyboard, so he's the keyboardist. And Sungjin didn't know any instruments when he joined the band. He was just going to be their lead vocal. So he learned guitar within 3 months of debuting.
Wow.
And he plays mostly like rhythm guitar. Dawn was kind of the glue that brought the band together because they had these 4 trainees that they wanted to debut, but they didn't know how. It wasn't until they found Doeun, who was like a really, really good drummer, that they were like, okay, now we have a band. Now we're ready to go. So that's the backstory behind their creation. To get into this, the music that we're going to cover today, it is all going to be from around the first year of debut, and I think the year after. There were 2 projects, 2 albums that they had debut. Second album, first album, I don't know how to count that. And then they started a every Day6 project, which was absolutely insane. They basically released a like comeback schedule where every month for a year, they were going to release 2 songs and do a concert every single month. That were self-composed. And if anyone has tried to write music, that's really freaking hard.
Yeah.
Well, we at least know that one of the members, at least, well, 2 of the members, at least, from what I know, are excellent songwriters. So,
and this is why, because they had to write.
I mean, they
like a million
definitely
songs.
got to practice.
And what's even crazier is that, like, usually in K-pop companies, if someone in the group is participating in songwriting, they'll write a song and submit it to the company to have the company approve it. So they had to do this whole process in between all of that.
Crazy.
So yeah, the Youngtae that we've talked about, he was their lead lyricist, is still their lead lyricist. He was like, this really helped me get good at what I do. And he is now like he's one of the best K-pop lyricists out there because his lyrics are always very personal, but always very relatable. And he takes a lot of this project into account. So today we're going to be covering mostly that because they have 14 songs with that whole project. We're doing Congratulations, Letting Go, I Wait, You Were Beautiful, How Can I Say, I'm Serious, Dance Dance, I Smile, Hi Hello, What Can I Do, and I Loved You. those are the English names of the songs that we're going to be covering.
Very cool.
Can I ask a couple of questions?
Sure.
Is Young K the other member that speaks English besides Jay?
Yes. Yeah, he's very
Uh,
fluent, mostly because he studied abroad in Canada.
Oh,
Okay.
He also his stage name is Young K. A lot of the fans jokingly call him Brian. Brian was his English name, and
Looks like a Brian.
he does look like a Brian.
When he was training with GOT7, he was going by Brian because they were the international group. And he has a really embarrassing video that he hates that's like, "Hi, I'm Brian, I'm from Toronto." So,
Cool.
Yeah.
That's
I was just wondering because I know I just know that a lot of their songs that I know at least are very heavy on English, and it always seemed like pretty good English. So I was wondering if that was like a J thing or if anyone else was contributing.
Yeah, probably both, but mostly Young K.
And my other question is, when you say they were doing like the K-pop, like they're a weird kind of like mix between a K band and like an idol group, right? So how extensively did they go into the K-pop thing? Were they doing like music core comeback shows? Like were they doing the regular K-pop rotation?
Yeah,
as a K band.
And like I mentioned, they had all the dating bans and all of the like restrictions of typical idols. Even like when they go out and do interviews and stuff, they kind of have to watch what they say. I'll say though, out of all the idols, they are so much more awkward than like a typical trained idol, because and so much more like genuine in that way.
Because I think their situation's a little more unique, because I would say they're more like they're in a similar camp to someone like the Rose, right? Being like a K band, also K-pop adjacent. But it seems like Day6 was leaning more into the K-pop.
Yeah.
Where the Rose is a little
closer,
like one step removed, maybe.
Right, because like Day6, a lot of their members were trainees of the K-pop companies, and I think the Rose was more of just like a band originally. And Dolan might have come from a band. I'm sure all of them have done other band things, but they were K-pop trainees. They were like learning choreography and stuff. But
cool.
Yeah,
that's the end of my questions.
I don't have any questions, so I feel like we should start with congratulations.
Yeah, we should get into it.
We're gonna jump into it, guys. So thank you for joining us. If you're joining us live, so here we go. Congratulations.
이제는 연락조차 받질 않아. 너 대신 들리는 무미 건조한 목소리. 힘든 날들도 있는 건데 잠깐을 못 이겨 또 다른 대안을 찾아가. 시간을 가지자. 이 말을 안 잊는 그대로 시간을 가지자. 뜻으로 받아들여 버렸어. Congratulations, 넌 참 대단해. Congratulations, 어쩜 그렇게 아무렇지 않아 하면 알지 봐봐. 웃는 얼굴 보니까 잊었나봐. 시간이 가자고 말게 생각해보자고 말게 내 눈을 보면서 믿게 놓고 이렇게 내게 아무렇지 않아 하면 알지 봐봐. 웃는 얼굴로 나를 까맣게 잊고 행복해하는 넌 어때? 그 남자 나보다 더 나아. 그 사람이 내 기억도 지워줬나봐. 그래 너가 행복하면 됐지 라는 거짓말은 안 할게. 대체 내가 왜 난 너한테 행복을 바래. Wow girl congratulations 바로 얼마 안 걸렸네 잘나셨어 인터넷에 올라온 네 사진을 보니 그리 많이도 행복하니 입이 귀까지 걸려있는 것 같아 난 아직도 숨 쉴 때 심장이 아픈데 다행히 넌 절대 아플 일은 없겠다 만약 또 이별을 경담 그럴 때마다 새로운 사랑을 시작하면 되니까 Congratulations 어떻게 이래 Congratulations 넌 절대 내게 돌아오지 마 기대조차 나 없이도 얼마나 잘 살지 몰라 시간을 갖자도 맑게 생각해보자도 맑게 기다림 속에 날 가둬버리고 너만 이렇게 내 곁을 떠나가 그 남자를 만나 나라는 몸은 없었던 것처럼 사랑에 빠진 너
All right, cool. That was Congratulations by Day6. If you're just joining us tonight. Very cool.
Nice. Okay. My first question: which one of the keyboardists was the one that is no longer in the group? The one with the one keyboard or the one with the stack?
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to who had which. Wonpil usually only plays with one keyboard, so I'm gonna say that one. He also has a voice that's a lot more nasally or higher than the other members.
Okay. Man, the guy that had the two keyboards, I think they were more like synthesizers. Whoever that was, if that's the guy that's no longer in the group, I'm sad because I really liked his voice a lot.
I'm going back because I was trying to figure out the actors because I knew that would be a question. Oh, yeah. Wonpil had two keyboards. So he's still in. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
All right.
I like Wonpil's voice a lot.
I literally like leave these music videos on in the background all the time. I'm sorry. I'm so used to watching them. I didn't think you'd get a huge reaction from me. I'll pay more attention now that I have
you're
the
good.
actors up. Which, by the way, are the female actress is Jung Hee-ryung, known for Shooting Stars, Walk of Love, and the other one is Cho Woo-shik, which he's pretty famous actor at this point. He's in Parasite and Train to Busan and shit. So
He did look familiar, yeah. Holy
yeah,
shit. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. My okay, that's great. I like Wonpil's voice a lot. So
Yeah.
He has a very unique voice. Also I listen to from the songs that I'm familiar with and like his solo work, I like Jay's music voice a lot too. So I think my two standouts vocally from this song are Wonpil and Jay. You know what's funny about this song is I've heard this song so many times, but never in the context of this music video. I feel like I've heard it in like shows, I've heard it being covered, I've heard it I feel like in Variety, like way more than I don't think I ever just like watched the music video. But I've heard it so many times.
Yeah. You'll notice that a lot. Day6 has a lot of classic songs that a lot of K-pop fans would probably know.
Surely.
Yeah.
Oh, you want? I'll go next, I guess. Unless are you done, Alex?
Yeah, I don't have that much else to say, but I mean, it's like I don't have too much to comment on the instrumentals, honestly. I mean, it's good. It's just like a slow kind of rock. I wouldn't even say like pop rock or pop punk or anything. It's like rock ballad-ish kind of.
Yeah. I probably
the way that it feels at least. Instrumentation's fine. I think that from this song at least having 3 keyboards was a little overkill, but that's seems like it won't be an issue going forward. But you know, I know you need people on stage with something, so I understand.
Gotta fill the gaps. I get it. I guess I'll go next. I enjoyed this. This was very fun. Again, have not listened to any Day6. Not familiar with any of like if they've been in any TV shows, whatever, K-dramas, stuff like that. So this is the first time listening to Day6 stuff, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was very, very like, you could just tell I was just like trying to get into it and just like vibing out. And I think that very similarly to like, and not to compare them to the Rose, but like I feel like they're gonna hit that same sort of category of like, I just throw them on and they're just gonna be like, man, this just hits the right spot at the right moment. And I think they have a really great job of like carrying great melodies. And this song definitely has some really great like melodies, but I think the best thing about this song is that I felt like each person that sang in this song had like an individuality in terms of their like vocal styles. It didn't feel like with group like K-pop groups that we've talked about, like sometimes they kind of sound like stacked together and you can like obviously tell it's like multiple voices, where I feel like in this instance is like they're all individualized, and I respect the fact that like each member kind of had their own like little moment in the sun, and that it kind of gave a little bit of a different flavor depending upon like each member. So I thought that was probably something that stuck out to me arguably the most. But as well as that, I think it was just like a really good starting song. If like I would recommend, if people have not heard of Day6 and you might be watching this and you're new to it like myself, I probably would start off with this one. It just feels very quintessential Day6, even though obviously sure I'm going to get into more of their songs as we go on here, but it just kind of has this sort of like nostalgia to it, even though I don't never heard of this song before. It just has this familiarity to it. So I think to me that's what I really enjoyed about it. But yeah, I'm excited to hopefully pick a bias by the time this is over with. But yeah, overall it was a great debut. So I really enjoyed it. Therese, you've been the longest Day6 fan here in this video chat. So what's your thoughts on this song?
Yeah, in this chat.
Yeah.
I wish I got into them earlier, as with every K-pop group. The same friend that like essentially swayed me to get into GOT7 is the same one that swayed me to get into Day6. They kind of go hand in hand. This is like the perfect summation of Day6 as a song. Like this is exactly what their songs sound like. It was such a good choice. Choice, I say loosely because I know they help write the songs, but pairing them with Hung Ji-sung, who helps them with all of their music to today, and also writes a lot of the high-key music with Young K, as we've mentioned. They have such a recognizable sound, and I'm trying to equate it genre-wise to something that I would know, because I feel like they have an older band sound, but I don't know a lot of older bands. So I want to say that their sound is a little bit like Christian rock, but also a little bit California pop, which we'll get into in some of their other tracks.
Okay.
But it's a very interesting mix of like summery, like anthemic sort of rockish stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited to get into all their music, of course. And I think a lot of the songs that we're going to cover today are absolute classics. So yeah, this is a good one. For the record, my bias currently is Sungjin. I love his voice. I think the raspiness, it's like every time he comes into a song, it's like, oh, now we're getting serious, oh, now I gotta pay attention. Yeah, the energy just goes crazy, because like all the other vocalists are great. But like they made him a main vocal for a reason. Like he's really got an interesting tone. And yeah,
I would agree with that. Like it kind of took me back to like when we first heard like Wusong from The Rose, you know, like he's kind of got he's got a rasp to his voice as well too. So I like that.
Yeah.
Different rasp, obviously, but like
But yeah.
still interesting vocal tone. So I like that. I think Youthful crushed it and said gives me early 2000s rock vibes. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Like the Fray was like one of the first bands, or like Keen is another like kind of like more piano rock type group. Those were kind of the at least bands that I'm familiar with that I was like, ooh, okay, it kind of gives me that sort of vibe. So I'm about it. I'm on board. So very, very cool. All right. Well, we are going to get into the next one, guys, which is going to be, looks like we have Letting Go.
Apparently, comments are saying that the member that left Day6 is actually in Build Up right now, which is a competition show, I believe.
Okay.
Jun Hyuk. Interesting. Okay. Might have to pay more attention because it seems like people are talking about that a lot.
We'll have to find out.
Generally, not just in chat.
Yeah. We'll have to find out. Do a little bit more homework, but all right, cool. Well, this next one is Letting Go. So let's jump into it.
할 말 있어 보자 하고 아무 말 없이 마주 앉아 지금 머릿속엔 이 말을 해야 하나 마나 원하지 않지만 한없이 끌어안고 있던 날 놔야 해 난 아무것도 해줄 수 있는 게 없는데 내가 없어야만 행복할 너라서 너와 언젠가 웃을 수 있게 네가 웃을 수 있게 괜히 생각나는 우리 웃으며 장난치던 날들 너무도 소중한 기억들이 가득 차올라 원하지 않지만 한없이 끌어안고 있던 널 놔야 해 난 아무것도 해줄 수 있는 게 없는데 내가 없어야만 행복할 너라서 너와 붙잡고 있는 건 널 위한 게 아닌 걸 알기에 억지로 너를 밀어내 함께한 시간을 우리 추억은 너와 언젠가 웃을 수 있게 너와 내가 너와 봐왔던 행복한 미래는 I know 이제 와서 말할 수는 없어 happy ending 비운 뒤 땅이 굳어지듯이 잠시 아픔을 견뎌내면 반드시 나 대신 널 더 웃게 해줄 수 있는 사람을 만날 수 있게 될 거니까 I got to say goodbye right now 한없이 끌어안고 있던 널 놔야 해
That's Sungjin. It's serious now.
언젠가 웃을 수 있게
All right, guys, that was Letting Go from Day6. Thanks for joining us if you're here. All right. Who wants to start this one off?
Yes. Somebody else can go this time.
I'll start.
Therese, you want to start? Yeah.
Yeah. This is like a vocal heavy song. I think it was obvious, like they wanted to showcase the vocals on this because damn. I forgot how much they made Young K rap. And I'm gonna be calling him Young K, not Brian, because there is the slimmest of possibilities he'll see this, and I know he hates that.
We can't have that. Yeah. Can't have that.
But I forgot. And now that I'm like, when I talked about him training for GOT7, it really shows. It's almost funny to me, just knowing the group, knowing their bands, as I do now. We do love you, Brian. Knowing Day6 as a group and knowing Young K's vocal abilities, I'm like, damn, they didn't let him sing at all. But I think it was either him or Jay. They said in an interview somewhere, they're like, yeah, sometimes I write like parts for other members because I don't want to be the one belting. Like it's too much responsibility. Fair. But yeah, I think the belting is so good in this song. Someone pointed out in the comments, like Jay's intro, like really grabs you. He's got an amazing tone, and like immediately follow up with Sungjin hitting that hard rasp in the like climax of the song essentially, and Wonpil, oh my god. I didn't fully appreciate Wonpil's voice until he released his solo album. And I was like, you know, he isn't my favorite vocalist in the band, but I feel like I gotta give it a listen. And now I'm like, oh my god, I need it. I need it to complete the package, essentially.
I need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I also thought the vocals in the song were beautiful. Something that I really appreciated, or I thought was like a cool touch to the video aspect, was that the song takes a while to build up to where like the full band comes in and you kind of get that first like hit. And it was cool that the first shot where that music hits was the big room where it was all the variations of the band.
Yeah,
like
multiples
in that same room together.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a huge band. Like it was cool that when it finally hits and you finally get that release of like the full band, you also see like 60 members playing, and it just feels like a huge like orchestra hit of music, even though it's not really that like huge of a drop or that hard of a hitting song. I think that did a lot for the impact. Like the visuals helped out with the impact of that song. Yeah, this song just made me appreciate the vocals more, and it gave me more context to what they all bring individually with their vocals, because I can definitely see it being really easy by like a couple songs in starting to figure out like who's singing without having to look, because I'm noticing I noticed Jay's voice very easily. I'm noticing Wonpil's voice really easily, and I'm still trying to match up some of the other names and faces. But Young K, I feel like, has a pretty recognizable voice as well. But I wasn't expecting the Young K rap. I didn't know that we were getting that.
I told Brandon that he would be his bias immediately because he's a rapper.
It did take me by surprise, to be fair, so I'll give you credit for that. No, I kind of want to retweet both Therese and Alex. I appreciate the chorus a lot in this song. I think there is just such a great build-up moment to it, and then having that like choral. I know Therese mentioned that like Christian rock sort of thing, but like it has that sort of like you're in a church kind of thing, which I respect.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of has that like gospel, cathedral or like gospel-esque type feel to it. And so I appreciate the like level of detail, and I think it just adds that little extra like sauce that you need. You know, you don't ask for it, but it's like they've given it to you, so you like take it. You know, of course. But yeah, I thought this one was really nice. I also appreciated like a lot of the instrumentation in this song. I felt like the first one was good, but like there was like some really cool like keyboard work in this song that I really appreciated, especially closing the song out at the end with just some really nice like synth work. I think was really nice, and it just kind of adds that like this weird like ambiance to the track that I think I really appreciate. And Woman Peel did just a fantastic job on that, but obviously his vocals were really great too. But yeah, I think as Therese mentioned like at the beginning portion of this video, it's like I think you can tell how strong of songwriters they are as a band. I just think like they encapsulate this sort of emotion that you kind of just feel in your chest. Like it's just something really inherently cool about the group where I'm just like, man, I feel that in my chest. I don't even know what they're like. I can read like the subtitles of what they're saying, but like there's just something that just grabs you a little bit. So I really appreciate that a ton. But yeah, this was another great one. I'm curious if I'm gonna start to just tear up, you know, like midstream. You know, I'm gonna.
You might. I started doing it earlier today.
I might. But yeah, it was really cool. And then I don't think I mentioned it in the first video, congratulations, but I felt like this one, definitely the Young K rap part, threw me for a loop. But I feel like as the songs progress, you know, I'm just gonna be in it to win it, you know. So I'm sure I'm gonna feel it.
It's just funny. Like he's not a bad rapper. He's not a bad.
No.
It's just funny knowing. And you can hear it. There's like a moment, just the tiniest moment that he sings in this song, where it's like, and I'm like,
give me more, give me more. Brian, give me more, you know, like, I was very, very excited to hear that, but I'm more excited to hear his vocals, I think, because obviously we covered him in our like male soloist stuff. I'm like, I know this man's got lungs, you know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Young K to cook, you know. But I would agree with Sweetly. He is not a bad rapper by any stretch. So I'll give him the flowers, you know. But yeah, great track, great second track. I'm really excited as we get a little further into Day6 rabbit holes. But speaking of which, we're gonna be on.
So this is the start. The next one will be the start of their Every Day6 project. So I believe this was the January Every Day6.
Whew. Good Lord. All right, let's get into I Wait.
원치 않는단 말야 꿈도 꾸지 말라 만날 일은 없다 Say it 아예 관심조차 없다 해 차라리 가라고 해 솔직하게 말해 Say it 넌 항상 대답 한번 할 때 언제나 애매하게
Oh, all right.
잡아줘 babe 벽을 허물어 babe 들여보내줘 let me in oh yeah 더 세게 잡아줘 babe 차라리 더 당겨줘
All right, guys. That was I Wait by Day6.
Damn, that one hit.
Oh,
cooking.
So good.
Cooking.
So good.
Cooking.
Yeah, that one hit good.
All right. I guess I'll start since I don't think I've started yet, but goddamn, this was a good one.
God damn.
Man, this was a good one. I like this. This is what I'm feeling. This is the vibes, you know. I'm come from the more like rock and metal background, so you know this scratches the itch, you know. So I'm about it. I did like Jay in the intro. I thought that was really tight. I like the kind of like the trade off. That was really tight.
You might have heard like in the background the "What you doing?"
Yeah, what you doing? Yeah,
that was Young K, and the "I Wait" was written I think by One Pill. It's such a good hook. Oh, so good. Anyway,
it's got good hooks, great hooks. But yeah, no, I love just the raw energy of this track. I think it was like the first two songs were like pop, you know, like pop ballad, like rock ballad type stuff. But I feel like they were like, we got to do a real, more like rock type track. And you know what? I gotta say, they delivered for sure. I think you folk pretty much nailed it for me. It gives me that like anime OST type vibe, you know, like a J-rock type sound. And you listen, your boy loves a good J-rock track, and I feel like that just hits. I also like kind of like that little bit of like stutter that they have in the chorus, just with like that really cool like synth line, really sick. But yeah, this is like a 12 out of 10 for me. This is up there. This is up there right now. So I don't want to say it's the best one, not yet, but I would say it's very high up there. So yeah, 10 out of 10. It's 12 out of 10. I already said 12 out of 10. 12, I'm not gonna say 10 out of 10. 12 out of 10. Great track.
Yeah, I agree. This is my favorite song that we've heard so far. I know we've only heard 3, but this is definitely my vibe as well. I love the mix of genres we get in this. It's like parts that are very like chill, easy listening pop kind of stuff. It has obviously like that typical pop punk kind of chorus. The use of like how Brandon said the stops and like the rhythmic things they do in the chorus is really cool. I love the use of the heavier synth in this rather than like just the piano that we've heard previously. I loved that. Therese, you said it was like that little vocal inflection thing they did during the verses. That's them saying "I wait."
Yeah.
Okay, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't figure out if that was like just how they were reflecting whatever the lyrics were, or if they were saying that. But that way they were doing that vocal inflection, like in the beginning of the song and the verses, I thought was really hooky.
Yeah, agreed.
Without being the actual hook of the song,
right?
Which I also thought was really catchy. But that was cool to like see that kind of come back in and being like a carrying motif of the song without being the actual chorus. Yeah, I really like this a lot. It was very fun.
Also, gotta shout out their bass player. They were whoever their bass.
That was Young K.
Yeah, he was killing on bass. There was some.
Just to clear your bias now.
God, yeah. All right, Young K.
There was some really interesting, like almost like city pop funkish kind of parts of the song.
Yeah.
It's like hard to kind of nail what genre that is because I don't really listen to that per se. But
I would agree. Yeah,
it was definitely some weird genre mixing going on. I really appreciated that.
Oh, so good. They've talked about it. If you ever want to like learn more about them, they did an excellent interview with Zach Sang. I almost said his name in like Korean. Zach Sang.
Zach Sang.
Zach Sung. But he does some great interviews, as you guys know. But the last time they were promoting in America, they went on his show and they talked about everything that I'm gonna spit out because I just watched it to recap for myself.
So good.
So embarrassing. That's a new Brian for me.
That's new Brian. Yeah, Zak Sangu. Yeah.
But yeah, this song is such an easy get for anyone. The fandom name, by the way, are called My Days. Easy to make My Days out of this song.
Yeah, easy.
So good, so much fun, so crunchy. It's a crunchy song.
You haven't done one of those in a while, Therese. So I feel
we got to add it. That's like my equivalent of like this is the perfect song. I want to change
crunchy.
Nothing about it.
Crunchy.
I love it. I love the vocal inflection. I love the synths. I think Youthful Eagle was pointing it out too. All around great song and great vocal performances from everyone except Doan. We don't really hear from Doan until like next stream, like Wednesday. But that's fine because he's killing it on drums. I mean, he's the one that's making it crunchy.
I think he did sing in the last song. I think a little bit.
I didn't hear that much, but I know that he was not a vocal trainee, so he does ad libs and stuff too.
Yeah, that must have been it. I think the last song we listened to, I saw him with a mic at some point, but it might not have been his own full verse or anything.
Yeah, I think Sungmin is the unofficial leader of My Days. Sungmin of Stray Kids. I have nothing else to say. You guys covered it. It's a perfect song. Can't believe they started the project with this one.
I know.
And we're not done. We're not done with the ballads. So open your heart up.
That's fine. I just want more of this.
I know. Yeah.
I'm sure we will.
No disrespect to the ballads. I like them also, but I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like this was great energy, but listen, I'm a softie, so I like the ballad tracks.
I'm guaranteeing you're gonna cry on one of these.
This is kband maximalism.
This is K. Yeah, this is K. I would agree. It is kband maximalism. Yeah, I would agree. All right. Well.
Hey guys, I'm actually editing instead of Brandon this time. We're not done reacting. We just had to split this first part up into multiple parts to upload. Go ahead and click into the next video if you want to see more. Also, like, comment, subscribe. Join us on Twitch, usually on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. And yeah, we've got a lot more to react to, an infinite number of K-pop groups to dive into. So see you guys soon.